Let's just return to our top story on the US plan for the Middle East. Many say without a political solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, an economic one is unlikely. And here's why. The World Bank reports that Palestine's GDP growth projection is minimal for the next 2 years. The Israeli restrictions are causing Gaza's economy to collapse. The Palestinian GDP was $14.7 billion last year, but Israel's economy is 20 times that figure. Almost 1 in every 3 Palestinians are out of work. Unemployment averages at 30% in the occupied West Bank and 50% in Gaza. The UN says nearly 70% of Gaza's population doesn't have enough food. And in February, Israel started withholding some of the tax revenues meant to account for 65% of the Palestinian Authority's budget. Sam Bahour is policy advisor at Al-Shabaka, the Palestinian Policy Network, joins me now from Ramallah. Good to have you with us on the programme, sir. Let's just begin with, it's an opportunity, surely, for people to talk to each other at this conference in Manama. While there are no senior Palestinian or Israeli officials there, there are Palestinian businessmen and Israeli businessmen. Is that something to take from this conference, or what can it achieve?
I actually don't see it as an opportunity. The U.S. side finding 5 Uncle Toms from the Palestinian community to attend is not groundbreaking. It's actually a step backwards. Who needed to be at the table today at the workshop are the political agencies involved, and the Palestinian political agency is the first and foremost one. No one has the right, not the U.S., not anyone else, to plan for the Palestinians' future. Development is a human right, and we have that human right, and we haven't given it up. So not being at the conference in a political standing, and definitely not in a private sector standing, but rather 5 quisling Palestinians is not something that's going to allow this plan to succeed. Okay. Not that it ever had a chance to succeed anyway.
Okay, Mr. Bahour, then let's take the politics to one side and talk about the fact that what Kushner wants is big business to invest in a location that's in a conflict zone and also where land rights and international borders are still disputed. With those factors, what do big business get out of this in terms of the fact that Jared Kushner wants to have a positive spin on this when he leaves that location tomorrow?
The fact of the matter is you cannot detach politics from economy. That's why it's called political economy. This is an ongoing process. It's not the first step in the deal of the century. It's step number 10 that the Trump administration has taken. Secondly, we've been here before. We did economy before politics. It was called the Oslo Peace Accords, and we spent 25 years talking only to reach the point where we are today. Lastly, they left the elephant in the room when they went to Bahrain. The elephant is the 52 years of Israeli military occupation. If Jared Kushner is looking for a win, he needs to understand that the way we view the reality here is a rape scene. Our economy has been raped for the last 52 years. The U.S. has been standing at the door allowing it to happen. And then all of a sudden, a new administration comes to us and says, hey, let's stop for a second. Let's go have a pizza to discuss buying some artwork to put on the bedroom window and the doors. That's not going to work. We are not interested in beautifying the cages that Israel has created for us. We are putting our foot down and saying, it's time to end this 52 years of occupation and this charade called let's keep talking.
Okay, if that's the case then what's the aim of the conference if the political part of the deal hasn't been revealed, and it's not going to be revealed until the Israeli general election occurs and ends in September, because the ground reality, the political ground reality, may change in Tel Aviv?
Actually, I don't think there is a political package other than what we've seen. The political part of the deal of the century has already been released. It was released by implementing it for the last year and a half without an announcement. This is the final stage of something that they've started long ago. I don't think a positive result could come from this workshop, and that's why I wrote an open letter to Jared Kushner from one American to another, given I'm a Palestinian American, telling him he didn't even give himself a chance to succeed. And today we heard Daniel Kutzner, who was the U.S. ambassador to Israel, who teaches at, I think, Princeton today, saying that he would give this plan a C- from an undergraduate student. It's that bad.
Well, we shall see how bad it does get as it finishes, and people can really analyse what has been achieved. Sam Bahour, thanks so much for joining us from Ramallah. Thank you.
Thank you.